question.
Did you take a nutrition class? Oh. So you just crack them in there, and then you add a little milk.
Yeah.
Just like scrambled eggs. And then for today, we're gonna add some bacon, because who doesn't love bacon?
Bacon's good with everything.
And then
You
scramble them up with a fork. I'm sure we all know how to do this. There we go. Throw the bacon in there, and then you put it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. Something you want to be careful with eggs though is food safety. Anyone pay attention to their food when they cook it?
Or how long it's out of the fridge.
Well, if it's not cooked good enough, you can get a foodborne illness, and that's not fun either. Minute, like.
And then you wait.
But you can add bacon bits, you can add cheese, you can add vegetables. Yeah. Basically, it's like an omelet in a cup.
Like tortilla, you got a taquito.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Add some hot sauce.
Do whatever you want. You can honestly cook it and put it in a tortilla shell and have like a breakfast taco. But I know, like when I was a freshman, it seems like forever ago. It was hard to cook. All I had was a microwave and a mini fridge.
Yep.
So it's good and it's cheap and it's affordable. Any questions so far? No. Full participation. How many of y'all eat breakfast on a regular basis?
How many of y'all rely on like granola bars or something quick for breakfast?
Okay, that's
Yeah,
breakfast. Like breakfast doesn't have to be eggs and French toast. Like,
but this is just something easy that you can make before class. That takes a minute.
we're all guilty. I eat like leftover pizza for breakfast sometimes.
Oh, me.
It's veggie pizza. That makes it better.
See?
But yeah, look, we have eggs. Oh,
Scrambled eggs. And then we're gonna put cheese on top.
and then you can either heat it more for a microwave, or you can let it sit. We're not, because you're not gonna eat it. But just mix it up and make sure it's all cooked. You just want to make sure the eggs aren't liquid.
Yeah, or runny.
Like we said, you don't want to get foodborne illness. That's not fun. You could end up at the hospital, but it's just something to be careful of. So that's the eggs. Like I said, we're not going to sample. What's next?
So next is our pasta salad. And this is just a little, it's different from the macaroni in your book.
Well, we gave you this one right here.
Yes. So pretty much you just follow the macaroni recipe to cook the noodles and then just add all the other ingredients that we have on the other sheet.
Any of y'all ever cooked pasta in the microwave besides the Easy Mac cups? Easy Mac cups don't count. Ramen does not count either. Just say it. But something you could do now that we talk about that with ramen is you can easily take the ramen packs, don't put the little flavor pack, and you can add all the stuff that we're doing. So we have noodles, broccoli and tomatoes, chickpeas, which gives you a little bit of protein, and some cheese, and we made a balsamic vinegar, but you could buy it. It gives you a little bit more variety and nutrients and protein, so you're not just eating noodles and salt with ramen. Just an idea. But so with the recipe, it just says you have half a cup of water, cup of chopped broccoli, the macaroni, the chickpeas, the tomatoes, the cheese, and the vinaigrette. So what you would do, it says half a cup of water, but I did this earlier, and it's really subjective. It's a hitter, you can't like fully rely on it. So something good it said was to make sure the water was covered. Like the noodles were covered with the water, so like we added it in there. And so it might be a little more, a little less, but it takes a few minutes. And make sure to test them because they were crunchy at first until we added more water. Are you gonna throw that in there? Yeah. What was the macaroni? Was it like 3 minutes, 2 minutes? But you just gotta check it. You can't fully rely on it. Has any of y'all ever had the big boom sound come out of your microwave? Yeah, you know that sound. It's not good. Happens a lot in our house. cooks. We're not the best cooks.
We try.
But that one's a good one. If you don't like broccoli, you can do bell peppers or something else. Name some fruits and vegetables you like.
Carrots.
Do y'all not eat fruits and vegetables?
Tomatoes, yeah.
Okay, so I guess we only eat bread and meat in this room. All right, cool guys. But yeah, you can do tomatoes, you can do broccoli, you can do bell peppers, carrots, squash, zucchini.
You could also switch up the dressing too.
Yeah, you can do like different vinegars. You also don't have to have the dressing if you don't want it.
Oh yeah.
If y'all want, y'all can go ahead and try the pasta salad while we're making it. This will take a few minutes.
Sure.
Caroline, is it good?
Yeah.
Caroline, is it good?
It's pretty good.
Is it good, Travis?
Oh yeah.
Juliet? Travis?
I get to see that.
Eat your veggies.
Okay, so we tried it. Anyone like it? Like it? Okay, so it's not bad. Anyone dislike it? I know you don't. What do you not like about it?
It's cold.
Okay, but you can have it hot. But for us to make it ahead, you know. But you can do that if you like the sauce.
I prefer more salty foods.
More salty? Okay, but you could add more sauce or you could add less, you know, depending on what you wanted. But that's what's nice about it. It's a little portion, so you can make it for yourself.
So every microwave is going to be a little different, so you're going to play around with it.
Is it good?
It looks good.
Earlier it took like 4 minutes. This time it maybe took 3. You just have to, like I said, check it, make sure it's not crunchy because that doesn't taste good. But once that's cooked, everything else we had was just cold and you put it in there yourself. So like the fruits and vegetables, we cut them up ourselves earlier. You just add them in there with the chickpeas. The chickpeas were canned. Like we said, they're a good source of, decent source of protein, but we add it all in there together. And then you mix it up. Honestly, that's really it. It's really simple, but it gives you, like we said, the fruits and the vegetables. It gives you a carb. It gives you a little bit of protein. So it's more of a balanced meal. And you also, if you don't like elbow macaroni, you can change it out for any other pasta you might like.
Rigatoni.
Yeah.
You name it.
Penne, anything else. So would anyone maybe possibly try to make this on their own? Maybe. Thanks. I like your support.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
Okay.
pasta.
So we added a sweet that were applesauce. Okay. Oh. Okay. So we're gonna make 2-minute cinnamon apples, and this is really easy. It pretty much tastes like applesauce. Does anybody like applesauce? Yeah. It's easy. It's easy to take on the go, but this is something that tastes a little more homemade. It's like apple cobbler, but without the
crunchy.
the crunchy.
The good crunchy
yeah, the
part.
good part. So all we did was cut up one Granny Smith apple and diced it.
We peeled it too.
Yeah, I peeled it.
If you don't peel it, it'll be kind of like
Yeah, that'd be good. get weird.
It doesn't get as soft because it's holding it together.
And then we diced 2 tablespoons of butter. And if you have the tub of butter, you can just take the butter from there. And so we just put that in there.
That was good, your hands.
And then you mix it together.
Or just let it melt while it's cooking over the apples.
you
It
have
might
to-
not mix too well.
So what I found is that you have to cook it a little bit longer after the 2 minutes because it's still a little crunchy. But depending on how you like your applesauce, if you like chunks in it or not.
When you can make it like thinner or you can make it thicker. If you like soft apples, I'm not a huge fan of applesauce. I don't like the really like thin texture, but you can make it to where the apples are soft, where it's like a fall, you know, like the warm like baked apples. It's kind of like I like that more. So the apples that we have are cold. So if you don't like it, we understand, but it can be hot or cold, and so I like the hot ones better. You can also add them to
Yeah, you could also put granola on top to make it more filling.
put Cool Whip, make it like a treat.
Yeah.
Put it with graham crackers. I mean, you can do a lot.
Yeah. Ice cream if you need a treat. What else?
You technically add cinnamon to it.
Yeah, we're gonna add cinnamon sugar to it next. Just a tablespoon of it. And depending on your liking.
You can add more or less.
Yeah.
So.
More or less.
But we did have this like handy dandy cup someone gave us, and it had like a vent on top.
Yeah. It's a microwave safe.
Cup, and I think they came from HEB or Walmart. But like this is kind of nice because it vents it for you. But if you don't have one, you can always just use a microwavable bowl. Don't use anything metal in the microwave, please.
It smells amazing. Not a very good. Yeah, it tastes better when it's warm. Sorry.
It's like
we made it
applesauce.
early this morning, yeah. Any thoughts on it? It's not bad. It's better than soup. Yeah. It's better than those
He said
squeezable packs.
he said the applesauce is better than the pasta salad.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
1 point. So, this is what our apples look like after. We put them in the microwave. They kind of, it's kind of watery, but when you mix it up, they'll start looking more like applesauce. And then we have cinnamon sugar. What we did was just add cinnamon and sugar together, or you can buy cinnamon sugar already prepared. And we just add a tablespoon to it and mix it together.
I didn't say this either on camera, but if you all ever have to take like the little stevia or Splenda packets, you know, I always have like extra ones in my car. It's easier than having a big bag of sugar in your dorm.
That's true.
Just being helpful, okay? I didn't say that though officially.
Whenever you go to Starbucks or
Yeah.
the restaurant.
Only use 2, grab 3.
But yeah.
So, that was most of our cooking.
Yeah. There's other recipes in there.
And something we kind of want to touch on is meat in the microwave. You definitely can cook meat in the microwave, but if you do that, you really want to check the inside, see the color of the meat. Chicken, you want it white all the way through, and you want to check the temperature. Thermometers really aren't that expensive if you're gonna